touchback, the ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Fresh set of downs going up top. It's complete on the right side. Finds some room. Running inside the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Red Raiders!
What a way to start this game offensively. You find the matchup you like, you put it in his hands, and he does the rest. The defense looks like they were sleepwalking out there to start this game. One play, they go the distance to score a touchdown. This defense better wake up.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Making the adjustment. Carr makes the grab. Turns it on in midfield. Racing down the left side. Pass to tap. Touchdown. Rebels roll his way into the end zone.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. We talked about it earlier. Now this home crowd making life difficult. Fresh center downs going to the air. Out wide right, it's Joyner. Hits the crease. Past the 20. He is in. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Back in the old days when they used to kick it back and forth just to play defense, is that what we're doing here? Fields the punt. Red Raiders offense comes out ready to attack. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
You got to love that if you're the head coach. Watching your defense and watching the big fella at D tackle play with that kind of relentless pursuit to the football. One of the reasons it's hard to run against them is they've got everybody playing with effort. Did you see him fly to the football and make that play on the outside? That was awesome.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Quick give. It's put. Nifty run there. Pickup of 6 out through the 25.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. Snaps it and he has to have it. Still running at the 40. Turning it on. Rams him with the stiff arm. And he's bounced out of bounds, but not before a very productive gain.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Rid of it on the RPO. Runs through a tackle. And that first defender was just waving at him after that sweet move. He picked up the first down. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
The Red Raiders look to keep this drive humming. Wide receiver comes in motion. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. It's hard to find a place these days that the Big Ten doesn't touch geographically, but there's a lot of crossover with the Big Ten and Big 12 and plenty of bragging rights on the line when their schools meet.
You think about Nebraska once upon a time being in the Big 12, now in the Big 10 too. These conferences also recruit in similar areas too. So this game is interesting, David, because a lot of these players, they're familiar.
Snags it and he's open. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And how about the OC slipping in the screen pass? Try to mix it up, slow down that pass rush, let it come up the field a little bit, get it to your running back, let him do the rest. Nice blocking, nice play call to throw in the screen to change it up a little bit and get the big touchdown.
Looking for blockers. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Throws to the back. Grabbed over the middle. It's Johnson. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
And to say he has trust in his running back catching the football is an understatement. I mean, there was 2 guys on him. Like, he was absolutely covered, but he still makes the play. And he does that a lot, man. He's a game breaker. He's a guy that can make big plays for this offense. If I'm the QB, though, I might be a little bit careful. If they got that many guys on him, I got to be safe with the football.
Extending the play. Looking down the middle. Complete downfield. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Right side, it's Ray. At the 45 on his way. Oh, look out on the right. And he scored. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. Coming out with it, it's Miles. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. On the run, it's Cook. Punches ahead, they'll give him a yard to the 13.
I think think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Handoff to Joyner. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Offense a little backed up here, and boy, would it help to convert this third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Turns it upfield. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. That's the end of the period, and it's Texas Tech holding the lead. As we take a look at the stats, both teams putting up numbers. The defenses have some work to do to slow down these high-powered attacks as we start the second quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Pushed back behind the chains. It's 1st and 15. That's caught. It's Roberts. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Nice read, nice break. Good job by the defender understanding that ball had some air underneath it. Takes advantage of it, goes and makes the big play.
Throwing, Carr. Snags it. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
The give to the running back from the shotgun.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
3-yard pickup. They come to the line, 2nd and 7. Here's Carr to throw. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels! A great catch in the end zone.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. And that extra point was good, and we're all tied up here in the second. He'll bring it out. It's Miles. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Texas Tech will start the drive. The offense ready to go. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Runs first down, and the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Handoff again. Looking for a crease. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on 3rd down. Drives inside. Breaks into the open. Pass to 50. He's at the 40. And he takes it all the way down to the 26-yard line.
Man, it would be hard not to continue to feed this guy the rock. He just makes big plays. Last week you saw it. Over 100 yards. Making big plays already in this football game. He is a big play waiting to happen.
And the Red Raiders have it with a 1st and 10. Here's a give to Joyner. He's got enough. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
And this offense is kind of showing you a little bit of everything, but putting big plays together, really getting their momentum going. This ground attack now, you watch. They've got a little bit of everything, man. The balance, the structure, the play calling. Right now, they're in a really good rhythm.
They use those back-to-back explosives to set them up 1st and goal. Run in the red zone. It's Joyner. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Conversation.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. That touch pass went nowhere. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Now we get a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their 1st. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Looking for room. It's Hood. Can't get him to the ground. He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on 3rd and goal, and it did not pay off. Ole Miss calls its 2nd timeout. And now Everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this fourth down. Hang on just a second. I think they're going to try to get the touchdown here. Man, this could be a gamble, guys. They could come up empty. Back's got it. How about that tackle to stop him short on fourth down?
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down, they're ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Fires to the middle. Out wide right, it's Cotton. Oh, he's got some space. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
That was a really nice throw downfield. This is a quarterback who prides himself on his downfield accuracy, and that's a play they desperately needed here. Not a lot of time left at the end of the first half, but that big completion now puts them in range to score some points here at the end of the half.
Makes the catch along the left sideline, and that is a big pickup.
Well, these two have been absolutely unstoppable in this game, and it just feels like every time this guy drops back to throw, he's throwing it to one guy and one guy only. The defense cannot stop him. He has been a matchup nightmare all game long.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And this offense is clicking, man. This defense is going to have to find something in a hurry, right? That's 3 plays. That's 3 first downs. They've got
Hey,
to
Rom, I'm late. G and they go left too?
getting some penetration, winning at the line of scrimmage. You can't let them just move down the field and get a first down on every single play they run.
Carr unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. Makes the grab inbounds.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
He'll bring it out. It's Miles. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. A snap wants to throw to start this drive. Grabbed behind the line. It's good. Texas Tech will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Wants to go up top on second down. Grabbed in the middle. It's good. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Drops back on first down. Rolls right. Now he'll turn one loose back to the middle. Oh, what a grab, pulling it in with one hand. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, hard to believe we're a full month into the season. A lot of action in college football here in Week 4. And leading things off, we take a look at Miami, taking on the number 17 team, the Arizona Wildcats. And it's the Hurricanes coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. And this group is finally able to get into the win column after starting 0-3. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
They'll open the second half on the ground. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Throwing, Carr. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. The defense set them up with a turnover, and now to try to cash it in. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Raiders can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Quarterback run is part of their game plan.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Wants to throw one first. Right side, it's Joyner. Makes the grab in their space. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Red Raiders! Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the third. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Rebels offense is back on the field. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Quarterback changing the play. Here's Carr to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Quarterback could not have walked that ball and placed it into the hands of his receiver any better. That was a perfect throw. Wide out, deep downfield. You got to finish the play.
Right on target this time. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Just another big play for this guy who spent the entire game wide open. Couple of touchdowns there, and he moves the sticks again, David.
Yeah, so I'll keep finding him, Reese. I mean, this is a guy that, listen, we're in the second half now. He's already made plays. I know I can trust him, so I'm going to continue to feature him in this offense because I know he'll continue to make big plays.
And he's brought down after a short game.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. Taking it the other way. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Long way to go on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Plows through the defense. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
A big 3rd down coming, and hotty toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. Plows his way ahead. They got him on the ground. Great tackling by this D to stop him short of the 1st down marker.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Would have been a long field goal, 54 yards from here, so instead they'll try to move the chains. It's 4th and short. Needs it. And he's brought down, but he picks up the 1st down, and the gamble pays off.
And in these situations, you're never looked at poorly, right? You can go for these situations because it's a really long field goal, so it's not a guaranteed make, or I can be aggressive offensively, and I like the choice. Be aggressive, get the 1st down. Nice job by the offense.
And the Red Raiders will line it up on 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Stepping to the right. Right through his hands, incomplete. I think he knew he had a chance for a big play, but it'll be 2nd down.
We know about this running back's versatility. He's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
This has been a tight one, 3rd quarter, all tied up. It's now 2nd and 10. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Bought a little time, lets it go. Got a man, it's Thomas. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. The Red Raiders, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. On the RPO, got him. Touchdown, Red Raiders! That one will give them the lead.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, You know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
And the extra point splits the uprights. They're up 35-28. So they take advantage of good field position and move it 46 yards. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. Deep in the end zone, it's Cunningham. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21.
That's a point because they're her Uber. So I would say
they'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21.
see if Andrew can Uber her, or you can like Andrew so that she can be Uber.
Carr fires to the right. Makes a connection. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. That's the end of the quarter, and Texas Tech is on top. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. We can only imagine more fireworks ahead here in the fourth. So first down will open up the final period. Throwing, Carr fires to the right.
The current YDS need her to
Plenty of room on that play, and they
be signed out. The
find their way
YDS,
to
the next YDS will wait replacement for her so she can ride the bike.
They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. To the air, it's Carr. Look out! Makes the grab. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
He signed out. Make sure Janai gets on the bus and she can leave, or if it becomes too close to her shift time, then she could just leave when she signed. YDS at the placement. All that.
Here's Carr to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. And he avoids the sack.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
Quarterback signaling to his guys. To the air again, Carr. Finds his tight end. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
And this offense has definitely got to take a second right here and understand this is the most important play of the game. It's fourth down. We got to get the first down over the clock and the time running. They got to make sure they get a conversion here.
So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And he missed it. No good. But there is a flag down, and he might get another shot at this one. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. This offense has a 1st and 10. They are flat bailed out by the defensive penalty. The give. gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Got a little space. Finding some room. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10.
Offense goes toss play to the right. Now, defensively, if you're going to stop these perimeter runs, your DBs better be able to get off blocks and go make a tackle. And right now, this secondary, they look like they're struggling trying to handle the run game.
Grabs it. They will score. Touchdown, Rebels. His 3rd touchdown of the game. That's almost half of his total as he now has 7 on the year. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
No, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Miles. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Here's Joyner to begin the drive. Able to pick up a couple.
Who playbook you in, Ron?
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
That's the shit I was using 26.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Might as well run him again. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Now we get a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on 3rd down. Looking to the big tight end. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
After that incompletion here, tied in the 4th quarter, you've got a decision to make with this field position. Do you want to stay aggressive and try and go win this game now and bleed a little bit more clock? Or do you trust your defense if you punt this away to get you the ball back so you can still win?
Not a lot of room to field this one. Made a defender miss. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. They tied it up with a touchdown drive, got some good work from their defense, and now here in the 4th quarter, an opportunity to move on top. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Fires to the wideout. Swats it away.
Well, the offense is trying to get aggressive, and they're trying to hit the corner route, but just better coverage on the back end by the defense, knocking that one away.
And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Carr from the gun on 3rd down. Unloads it left. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. Bringing it back.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field, because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven, if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
Like Holly told us, this crowd is not going to fade away, and they're rising up now. The give, Quentin Joyner running right. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The clock stops. 2 minutes left to play in this one. Lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Just going to keep it after the snap. Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. He'll throw it. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. He's knocked down.
Let's put that switchy.
To come up with the interception.
I thought when Rom left the party, he's about to lag out again.
They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line. Texas Tech will call a timeout. That's their first.
I told him don't blame you for the background noise. You talking about that?
On this 2nd down play. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Keep it on the ground. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked
Ooh, who called the timeout?
The Red
Rom
Raiders
did.
tried to stop the clock, and they used their 2nd timeout.
They about to go into OT.
Gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play.
No, I'm running the same shit, bro.
They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. They're in the gun, 3rd down. Here's Carr. Uncorks it. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. Really nice play on the pick. Was looking for a little more yardage, but great field position at the 34.
Was that 4th down or 3rd down?
Red Raiders offense comes out ready to attack. They're in a perfect situation here, David. Just make sure you drain the clock. And
Whoa.
the last
What the
play.
fuck?
100%. You can't lose. That's how you want to do it. Lead the clock. Get in a
That's a
position,
fumble, ain't it?
kick the field
I'm
goal,
tripping.
and the clock's at 0.
It just comes down to which
handoff to Joyner. There he goes. Got the first down. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
I'm never taking points off the board. This shit janky. Go ground, get your field goal block.
And the Red Raiders just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Joyner again. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Ole Miss calls its second timeout. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there. Ole Miss calls its third and final timeout. Now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. On third down, here's Quentin Joyner. He won't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
And, man, with that run, I think it kind of handcuffs you. I think you want to save that last time out when you need it for your field goal unit or whatever that looks like. Running the football there, man, keeping that clock ticking. I don't necessarily love that call.
Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. He got it! And with that, they